The perfect candidate. When Mr. Sorensen announced that the student council election would be next month, Who heard classmates whispering her name. Who will be president, said Carlos. Of course she will. She's good at everything, said Keisha, glancing at Who. I don't know about that, Keisha, said Who, blushing. No, Keisha's right, Carlos whispered. You get straight A's, you're on the travel soccer team, you play violin, and you're a great dancer. I didn't even fall asleep during your recital last spring. You did too. I had to nudge you awake with my elbow, teased Keisha. Yeah, but that wasn't during Hua's number, Carlos defended. Anyway, my point is that anything Hua does, she does well. Plus, she gets along with everyone. Carlos gave a quick glance to the girl seated behind Keisha, and then added a quiet whisper, even the oddballs. What was her name? Luann? She was the girl who had chosen the student handbook for her nonfiction book report in English class. Only Hua had clapped. Face it, Hua, Keisha chimed in. You're smart, talented, and popular. You've got everything it takes to be a great president. Except for the time, admitted Hua. Keeping her grades up was her first priority. She practiced violin before school and before she went to bed. To be sure, she played all the right notes during her lessons with Dr. Nashawati. Ballet was 3 days a week, and sometimes more. The Nutcracker was coming up, and she wanted a part. Soccer gave her pure joy. There was nothing like kicking in a goal. Some days, Hua fell asleep in the car after practices. Relax, it's not like the student council actually does anything, said Keisha. Hua blinked in surprise at her friend. That's not what Mr. Sorensen said. They meet twice a month. They organize School Spirit Week. They plan the end of the year 5th grade class trip. And you're in charge of doing fundraising to pay for it. Carlos nodded. Remember last year, the student council ran a school store before and after school on Fridays, selling pencils, notebooks, stuff like that to raise money? Friday? Hua's violin lesson with Dr. Nashawati was right after school on Fridays. Friday was the only slot he had available, and Hua had been happy to get it. I think I'm going to run for treasurer, said Carlos. You should run for secretary, Keisha. Keisha shook her head. Secretary? Haven't you seen my handwriting? It's awful. I'm not a fast typist either. Anyway, I have other election plans. Vice president? Asked Carlos. Nope. Hua's campaign manager. I have a great gimmick for her posters. We'll use smelly markers. A gimmick? How many posters will I have to make? Said Hua. No worries, smiled Keisha. You'll win just based on popularity. The most popular candidate always wins. Not always, said Miss Student Handbook from the desk behind Keisha. There have been 5 times in the United States history when the person elected president wasn't the candidate who got the most votes. It has to do with the Electoral College. Well, I'm sure that's not true, interrupted Keisha. Besides, who cares about what happens in college? We're in elementary school.
Weston, Allen, come to the office. You're leaving.
Yeah, Luann, said Carlos. My name's not Luann. It's Leanne, and I like facts and politics, and I'm free on Fridays and most other days too. I have some great ideas for Spirit Week and raising money for our class. And prompted Carlos. And I'm running for student council president too, Leanne announced. Keisha laughed. You? Most kids don't even know your name. You'll never win, not with Hua running against you. I'm just as qualified as she is, said Leanne. The voters will decide. Hua had a decision of her own to make, and she needed to make it now.